Have you heard the story of Pandora?
The jewelry store?
No, I'm not talking about the jewelry store. I'm talking about the ancient Greek myth. It all started with two brothers, Prometheus and Epimetheus. These brothers were incredibly kind. They were titans and had big and sweet hearts. One day, one of the brothers did something unthinkable. Prometheus stole fire and gave it to the humans, as he knew they needed it for warmth and to cook food. This was strictly forbidden, and Zeus became furious. Zeus then banished the Titan to a mountain. He was tied there to a boulder as eagles ate at his intestines and liver. But this was not enough for the god of gods, thunder, and lightning. Zeus wanted to punish people because they now had fire. He was going to devise a plan. Is it sinister? Why wouldn't it be? Thus, Pandora was born.
The jewelry store?
No, not the jewelry store.
Anyways, the first woman on Earth, Pandora, was created. Pandora was created as a punishment to mankind. She was created by gods. Each one of them gave her a gift. Thus, her name in Greek means the one who bears all gifts. Her gifts were beautifully evil. Hephaestus, god of the forge, created her from clay, shaping her perfectly. Aphrodite gave her femininity, and Athena taught her crafts. Hermes taught her to be deceitful, stubborn, but most of all, curious. Pandora was crafted as the perfect plan for deception.
The jewelry store?
Not the jewelry store.
Hermes took her to Epimetheus to be his wife. Prometheus had advised Epimetheus not to accept anything from the gods, but he saw Pandora and was astonished by her beauty. As a being of pure hindsight, he accepted her right away. Pandora was given a jar called a pythos. Zeus told her that the jar contained special gifts for them, but she was never allowed to open it. Pandora couldn't help herself. She was trying to tame her curiosity, but at the end, she could not hold herself back. She opened the jar, and all the illnesses and hardships that the gods had hidden inside the jar started coming out. Pandora was scared because she saw all the evil spirits coming out and tried to close the box as fast as possible. She ended up only closing one thing inside, hope. But in the end, Zeus' plan worked. Using Pandora was his best plan yet.
The jewelry store?
No! Not the jewelry store.
The myth of Pandora's box is considered one of the most descriptive myths of the human behavior in Greek mythology. Ancient Greeks used this myth not only to instruct themselves about the weaknesses of humans, but also to explain the several misfortunes of the human race. The myth itself, though appears in many variations, the most distinctive difference is that in most myths, the hope does not come out. The main purpose of the myth of Pandora, though, is not to address the question of why evil exists in the world, but it's mostly to introduce the idea of religion as a supreme power and guidance. And hope indeed stayed inside because that was Zeus's will. He wanted to let people suffer in order to understand that they should not disobey their gods.
The box, or the jar, as it was in the original story, may be the vessel for all the evil in the world. But Pandora, representing woman, is considered the actual curse upon mankind. She essentially infiltrates mankind before losing her horrors upon them. Pandora represents the beautiful figure of dread, something for which men can find no device or remedy. The quintessential woman was created to charm men with her beauty and uncontrollable sexuality, to introduce falsehood and treachery and disobedience into their lives. Her task was to let loose all the evil upon the world, while trapping hope, unavailable to mortal man.
This is Terrence in editing. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because our subscriber goal by the end of the year is 2 subscribers. No, actually, let's do 1 subscriber. Let's get to 1 subscriber by the end of the year.